Today's topic is about clutch. How do you manage the clutch that is on its way out? How do you recognize when the clutch is slipping, and what you should do to avoid being broken down? Yearly, many motorists are broken down because of completely failed clutch. This could be easily avoidable if you understand the sign of a clutch failing, and then if you manage that clutch in order so you can drive to reach a garage or to reach a safe area rather than being stuck on a motorway. We have this vehicle, it has a clutch issue, it's slipping. Also in the second part of the video we have a vehicle in the garage that is been broken down and came on a recovery with the clutch issue. All this, it was avoidable if the driver had a bit of knowledge about clutch and how to manage. Let's set off in a drive. We need to go on the motorway to really understand how this operates and what you should pay attention for. Let's go. First of all, to experience a clutch slipping, we need to go on the motorway because the clutch, when it starts is to fail, when it starts slipping, mainly is going to be on the high gears. So firstly, this is a five-gear car. So at this moment in time, we're noticing the slip happening on the fifth gear. If this van will be continuous driving as it is going to end up like the vehicle in the second part of the video. So we're going to hit the motorway now, and then I'm just going to show you exactly how you can feel it as a driver when the clutch is slipping. Yeah, so let's hit the road. It's good that we have clear road. Hopefully it's going to be the same and it's dry. So again, as I was saying, everything will be on the higher gear. So current case is going to be the fifth gear. Now what we have to pay attention is going to be the rev counter and the speedometer. When we're going to put some load, when we're going to press the accelerator a bit more, we'll notice that the rev counter, you'll tend to jump very quick. So unnatural, because the car doesn't rev up so quick. We just have to join the motorway to be able to experience that. So this will be the first sign the clutch is slipping, and then from here obviously the things, they can only get worse. But if this doesn't get picked up at the right time, things, they're gonna end up as you're gonna see in the second part of the video. So let's try to apply some load and put the camera on the rev counter. So this clutch, it's only at the beginning starting to slip, so it doesn't happen every time. Let's see. So this clutch, it's only at the beginning starting to slip, so it doesn't happen every time. Let's see. So right now it doesn't happen. So it did it only slightly. If you see the rev counter, let's see. So it jumps and then it comes back. So this is the first symptom of a clutch failure. Now the problem on this van is that the clutch is only about 4 months old. So we're suspecting there is oil probably from the gearbox shaft that has gone into the clutch, and that's why it's slipping. Anyway, this type of slipping can happen even on a clutch that has no issue with oil contamination, but this is going to get left. Or for instance, if you see it slipping and you keep on revving up the engine, it's only going to damage the clutch more. It's not going to resolve anything. So when you see this happening, the best thing to do is to take off and be gentle with acceleration to avoid that revving of happening. If you do this, you'll manage to drive, you manage to reach a safe place or a garage, and avoid the situation of being broken down. It happens so often, and again, It happens because people, they don't understand how the clutch operates. We're gonna get to the workshop, and then I'm gonna explain you more what exactly is happening in the clutch mechanism and what that slipping means. So we're gonna head back, and then I'm gonna show you more of a clutch mechanism and explain you more. And now we are in the workshop where we have this Ford Transit, which came in on a recovery. Why? Because of a clutch failure. Clutch has slept up until the point that it completely failed. Totally avoidable if you pay attention to the rev counter. This, small thing. So if the rev counter goes up and the car doesn't move quicker, that's the first symptom the clutch is on its way out. You have to manage that with lower acceleration, and you still be able to continue the journey. But let me show you exactly how the clutch mechanism works. So here we have the new one, we also have the old one. So this is the flywheel. Also an interesting aspect that we're going to talk about probably in a later video. This is the flywheel, this is the pressure plate, and this is the disc. This is the main element within the clutch mechanism that suffers a lot and wears a lot because of this material that if it goes up under a lot of slip, eventually will break down. So just to give you a bit more understanding, so when the clutch is not pressed, so you put in gear, you check the foot of the clutch, the disc together with the flywheel and the plate, they all should be one mechanism. They all should spin together. What happens when the clutch starts slipping, the clutch start move separate from the flywheel. So you try to apply pressure. So just to understand, this is the engine, yeah? This comes from the engine. You try to rev up the engine, but the flywheel is gonna rev up. The flywheel, the clutch is not. This is basically going to the transmission. This is not gonna rev up. So it's gonna be a lot of movement in here. And what it's going to do, this is going to affect the disc. Yeah, so that's revving up, and the vehicle not moving forward is only going to cause damage to this. And here is the perfect comparison. So see what is left from the old disc? This is how it should be. Have a look at those components. This is a lot of slip to get to this stage. It's very rarely when you see that. So this is the perfect example. The clutch is slipping. Don't over rev it, because this is gonna be the end result. Instead, be gentle with the acceleration. It's gonna take you to the destination, to the garage. Keep insisting on revving up, thinking that this is gonna make any difference, is wrong. And probably one of the reasons that the drivers do that is because they don't understand the mechanism and what it works, what it happens when you keep on revving up that thing. They all believe that eventually the car is going to pick up speed, but no. In reality, this is going to damage the disc. It's so easily avoidable if you have a bit of understanding on how it works. So you know what that over revving means. It means the clutch is disintegrated the disc up to a point that you're going to be broken down. So I hope this is going to be a bit of useful insight and save someone being broken down from a clutch failure. That is no need to end up with a clutch like this if you really understand what that over revving does. So manage the revving, you'll be able to get to the destination or to the garage. So if you see, and also the moment you start seeing that happening, slipping, don't leave it. Just drive gentle up to the garage and then have it checked. That means there's an issue to the clutch system. Have it fixed before ended up like this, or even worse, being broken down on the motorway.